Trouba has become a new man in Anaheim. He looks happy. He's playing his best hockey in years. He doesn't even really take penalties anymore. And now he's learned how to throw clean hits. See, everyone just needs a little Disney magic in their lives. Well, he finally broke out of that Disney bubble a little bit versus the Capitals. The True train was out in full force in this one. Trouba was initially given a 5-minute major, which allowed the refs to review the play. On the replay, you can see that Leonard is skating forward around the net, reaching back to play the puck behind him. While it was a bit blindsided, Trouba committed the hit before Leonard turned his head, and he targeted the shoulder and the side, not the head. Ultimately, the officials rescinded the penalty, deeming there was no direct head contact despite the injured Leonard, who was bleeding from the mouth and did not return.
He's leaking.
Was it a clean hit? Yes, by how the rules are written today. Leonard pivoted at the last second. Trouba was even crouched a bit, so the contact point would be the shoulder. He kept his elbows in, unlike himself, right? Didn't launch, and maintained his own space. Leonard skated into it. He was the one who put himself into a vulnerable position, and like Trouba has done most of his career, he knows how to toe the line on these. The late pivot is what made it look and feel much worse. I would have been pissed if it was Sennecke or anyone else on the Ducks, but it still would have been a clean hit as much as I wouldn't have liked it. Caps fans, maybe Tom Wilson can show Trouba how to throw a clean hit if you don't think this is one. And honestly, Leonard might have learned the keep your head up lesson the hard way. Earlier in the period, he also had his head down too. Tough way to learn, but that's how it goes sometimes. But man, this hit absolutely ignited the game. The intensity shot up and it turned into a really entertaining and high-energy game. Lots of high-danger chances both ways, though the edge definitely went to the Caps early on. They got on the board halfway through the first after coming out fast and heavy. Block shot, one-timer, and in. Not exactly the response you'd want after the worst home loss in franchise history the game before for the Ducks. But, like they've done most of the season, the Ducks had an answer every single time. It took a bit, but after the Trouba hit I mentioned earlier, the Ducks earned a power play because it was a clean hit, and right as the power play expired, the Ducks scored. Incredible movement and vision from Sennecke, who threaded a pass in traffic in the slot to find Gauthier for a slick 5-hole finish. Beckett just keeps one-upping himself with these passes, I swear. A scrum wrapped up the first period as things got testy, and you could tell it wasn't going to be the last of that. And you know who thrives in these kind of games? Sennecke. The kid was an animal tonight.
But he said this was definitely an aha moment as well, playing against a guy like Ovechkin. If I could run him over, I would.
You wouldn't think his frame would handle this style, but he was basically smiling the whole game. Until the Caps took back the lead 6 minutes into the second, 3 Capitals crashed on Minty and Husso for the rebound, and Helleson was just floating around with no one to take, apparently. But off the very next faceoff, the Ducks answered again, a fourth-line goal, hard forecheck, point slap shot, and a deflection by Johnston. The Ducks need more bottom six scoring, and that's a start. Just 2 minutes later, though, the Caps won a board battle, fired a point shot, and the Comb couldn't turn around quickly enough to tie up his man. Another rebound, and suddenly it's in the back of the net. But, once again, the Ducks answered late in the period. After nearly barreling into the net on the previous rush, Sennecke followed up, found the rebound, and buried it on one knee. Beckett was getting double-shifted, playing with Johnston and Paling, and making an impact every shift. Both teams were still jawing at the end of the second, and buckle your seatbelts, it's 3-3 heading into the third. Some power play time, some penalty kill time, and even some 4-on-4 time for both teams, but nothing solved it, and we're headed to overtime. And in OT, chances went both ways again, but the play definitely tilted toward the Ducks. Still, it wasn't enough, so we went to a shootout. There was some controversy on Carlson's attempt, and spoiler, had the Ducks not won, I'd care a lot more about it.
The call on the ice has been overturned. The puck was shot twice. No goal.
To me, it looked like it should have counted, but Husso stopped 2 of the 3, and just like the last shootout, Terry and McTavish finished the job at the end. Ducks win 4-3. Loved the effort last night, and I've got to say, the lineup looks a lot better with Granlund in it. Welcome back, Granny. I'd rather see him at center over Strome, personally. And wow, Killorn on the fourth line is wild. I'd rather see him move up and for Toronto move down. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The line changes so much during the game anyway. I wish I could say the same thing about the Ducks' power play lines because they need a serious revamp after that early season success. They went 0 for 5 in this one and are now 0 for 15 with just 3 goals in their last 37 chances. I know we paid Comer the big bucks, but I'd like to see Zelly and Minty get some PP time right now. Maybe even double shift Leo or something. I don't know, but something needs to be shaken up, Woodcroft.
The Ducks' 6 of the next 7 opponents are Metro Division teams, which I believe is our producer Bob Sipowicz's way of working 6-7 into our show tonight. And now, somebody who loves to say 6-7 is going to be joining us.
This was a great response game, but now I'm even more curious what we'll get tomorrow versus the Blackhawks at 5 p.m. The Ducks should be looking for revenge after that collapse last time. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
Great job, boys. Really great saves, but horse. All right, boys. Big bounce back win here. Let's keep rolling on.
First to receive the honors twice this season.
What an honor for you. You're lucky.